Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Mike. I just want to talk real quick because the new trailer for Superman dropped 2 days ago for pre-ticket sales. And I know everyone keeps talking about their fan theories for who Ultraman is actually going to be in the film. Now, in the comics, Ultraman is an evil version of Superman from another Earth. Make it super simple for those who are casual fans. Every time you see Superman, that's considered Earth 1. But then there's alternate realities or multiverse, then there's Earth 2 or 3. Earth 3 is where Ultraman's from, but there's like an infinite number of Earths. In that world, he's a gangster. Literally, it's reversed. Lex Luthor and the Joker and all the villains are good guys. Justice League are all pieces of trash in the mafia, made up of superpower villains. But I don't think James Gunn's going to pull that trigger on the introduction of Superman this soon. Now, the number one theory I'm hearing from everybody is Bizarro. I get it. I understand why you would think it's Bizarro. You see the hair, you see the heat vision. But let me throw in two other suggestions. These ones I feel might be more on the money. Because if you go Bizarro, I'll be cool with it. But I feel like James would throw you more of a curveball. Because people are forgetting when James did his address to the fans when he became the president of DC Studios, he did say this film is setting up other films. Namely, one of the next films after this is The Authority. So The Authority, basically, imagine the Justice League, but if they actually killed real villains. Say, for instance, they go after like politicians, tycoons, evil dictators, stuff of that nature. So basically, literally the Justice League, if they killed like Punisher. So, as you can see, the woman up here, that's the engineer, all the way to the right of the picture. The engineer is one of the prominent members of The Authority. And then we have Rick Flag here, played by Frank Grillo, who's the head of the Creature Commandos. And you already saw their story back in December. So I'm thinking, if we're going to get the engineer, and the Creature Commandos are already set up, and we have Ultraman, I think James probably sneaked in one of the leaders of the Authority, which would be Apollo. Now, Apollo was a man who was kidnapped as a teenager by aliens, and because the aliens wanted to make their own Kryptonian type soldier, their own Superman, which they did. So they gave him super strength, speed, flight, but also he can weaponize solar energy, and he can release it in blast or even as a type of heat vision. So I'm thinking it most likely might be Apollo. Now, Apollo is his name. He also is like him and his husband right there, Midnighter, are like the first openly gay co-leads of a team, but they're extremely deadly people. Like I said, Apollo is a Superman-type character. Midnighter is literally the Punisher, Wolverine, and the Terminator in one person. He's a man who had parts of his body replaced with cybernetics and then given a healing factor better than Deadpool's. So you're pretty much screwed fighting him hand-to-hand combat if you're not a Superman-type character. My second guess, which some people are talking about, I'm one of the ones spearheading the Apollo theory. But the other curveball, which I hope James would do, give us Parasite. Parasite is a villain that can mimic anybody's powers if he touches you. And in the comics, he has put hands on Superman. Even in one of his first appearances, like it says right there, he gave Superman 2 black eyes. Because he's a criminal that basically has this DNA that's unstable due to different depending on the writer, different reasons why his DNA became unstable. To the point where he can rip out and duplicate other people's DNA sequences into himself. So his number one villain, his number one nemesis in his life is Superman. Because every time he touches Superman, he'll have the DNA of a Kryptonian temporarily. Or if you wanted to, you can go after the Flash, do the same thing, Martian Manhunter. Parasite's basically like a living version of the other villain, Amazo. But I'm thinking, for a guy who can do, for someone who can run at Superman and spearhead him, right? Like spear jump into him. And a man who could shove his face into the concrete, make a crater. And for a man who basically can use laser vision like they're showing here, it has to be, I know people are saying Bizarro, but I'm feeling it has to be either Apollo or Parasite. Because more so Apollo is my guess. Because we're going to be getting the Authority film a couple years after this one. But that's just my 2 cents on everything. I just want to throw that in there in case it's not Bizarro. I just want to call it ahead of time. But if it's Bizarro, I'll be happy with it. Because another one I'm hearing, because of how his outfit looks, that he might be Doomsday. But with the bad taste Doomsday left in everybody's mouth with Batman v Superman, I doubt James would want to go back down that rabbit hole, especially with the toxic Snyder Cut fans. So you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know who you think it is underneath that mask. If it's a Bizarro clone, cool. If not, I'm hoping Apollo or Parasite. That's just me. I'm Mike Fallon from Citizen Cinema. I'll see you guys after the movie comes out. Peace.